Yeah. YouTube, what's up, baby? Back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I'm Kelly, and today we're here to talk about The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3, entitled Chapter 19. That's weird, like, you know what I'm saying? Some of these episodes, they'll have like chapters like 7, Return of Boogers, you know what I'm saying? Or then they'll be like Chapter 8. And just that's all it is, just Chapter 8. Like, I don't know, why do they have certain titles for some of them and then they don't have certain titles for other ones? I don't understand that. But anyways, yes, we are on The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3, entitled Chapter 19. Alright? Now, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. Started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we home to the next one. You feel me? So, again, The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3, entitled Chapter 19. Alright? So for this episode, we pick up with Mando and Bo-Katan, and they're still in the mines of Mandalore, right? Bo-Katan asks Mando, did he see anything while underwater? You know what I'm saying? Because she saw the mythosaur, right? But he tells her he didn't. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, never mind, or whatever. So I don't know why she didn't tell him, like, I saw the mythosaur, but I don't know, maybe she thought she was tripping. I don't know. But they leave, and Bo-Katan is going to take her ship and then drop off, you know, Mando to his ship, basically. So while doing so, Bo-Katan's ship gets attacked by some TIE fighters. So therefore, Mando has to defend while Bo-Katan flies her ship. So they do that for a while. They take out some of the TIE fighters. Eventually it gets to the point where Mando has to jump out of Bo-Katan's ship onto his ship and then, you know, get that going and then start flying it in order to help take care of some of these TIE fighters. So he does this, and then they're able to basically fight off the TIE fighters. And then we see on both of their radars, like on their ship, we see more fighters coming in. These are TIE bombers, and we end up seeing that they destroy Bo-Katan's castle. So, you know, they didn't destroy Bo-Katan's, like, where the planet that she lives on, but they destroyed her castle. So she's pissed off, so she wants to go get some revenge. So she starts heading towards the bombers, but then Mando's like, look, we got to get out of here because there's too many of them and more keep coming. So we got to get out of here. I know you want to handle your business, but like right now it's not the time. So he's able to persuade her to turn around. They both turn around, they leave, they get into space, and they make it to hyper jump. And right before he's about to leave, she's like, where are we going? He's like, we're going to do a hyper jump to a place where I know we'll be safe. At that point, you don't know where that place is. All right. So from there, we pick up with Dr. Pershing again, right? The guy that helped to clone Grogu from like Yoda's DNA or whatever, right? So we pick up with Dr. Pershing, and he's on Coruscant, and he's currently part of the New Republic. And so he's a good guy now, of course. And he always was a good guy. He just, you know, he's just working for the wrong people, you know. But anyways, he talks to the city citizens about, you know, cloning and the benefits of it and what he's been working on and stuff like that, and whatever it may be, right? And then after that, he ends up running into some people at like where he's docked to sleep at, you know what I'm saying? Because they're in Coruscant, they're obviously sleeping there. So like the bunks or whatever. When he goes to the area, he ends up seeing a few workers, and so they end up having a drink with him, and we end up seeing that one of the workers is the female officer that worked for Gideon. Over here, she goes by M34, but her real name is Elia. I think it's Elia. Elia Kane. All right. And she Elia. She Elia. Perfect name for her, bro. Shealaya. But anyways, bro, they all end up talking about how like they used to work for the the Empire, and they're really happy that they got a second chance at doing something good, because they're good people at heart, not not evil like the Empire. So they talk things over, and then Dr. Pershing goes to sleep for the night. He ends up receiving this mysterious box, and it has these little like cookies, biscuits that the Empire used to serve. And basically we end up finding out that Elia has been going to the disposal yard where they keep all of the Empire's old stuff, like the ships and stuff like that, and she's been taking certain things and bringing them back. So because while they were talking earlier, he was Dr. Pershing was talking about, oh, I missed the biscuits or whatever it may be. So she ends up going to that disposal yard, gets a box of biscuits, drops it off at his little like in his room or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then they go from there. So the next day comes, and we see the doctor at work. He ends up seeing this shrink. He has a shrink that's a robot, which is crazy. And then he ends up hanging out with Elia, and she ends up showing him around. He ends up telling her, like, I miss kind of doing what I used to do, because it was for a good reason, and it's a good cause, and it could still be for a good reason and a good cause in the right hands. And she's like, well, you shouldn't give up on what you wanted to try to do. The New Republic just may not know that you're a blessing, and they may need what you're trying to work on. They just don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to persuade him to get him back to do that, even though he already talked about it on his own, saying that I kind of wish that I was able to finish my projects and da 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 da. Right? So we see a friendship is building up between the two. And then the next day comes, and he goes through the same thing. He goes to work. He goes to see a robot that's a shrink. He's still constantly in his mind thinking about the cloning work that he was developing and researching on, right? And this is kind of eating away at him. And so he basically ends up telling Elia if she can help him to get what he needs in order to continue his research. So she tells him, look, I'll take you to the disposal yard. We go there, you'll find everything you need, and then that'll be that. So they plan to go the next night to the disposal yard to get what he needs. Next night comes, they go there, they get what they need, and then while on the ship, they end up hearing some noise, so they leave with the supplies that he needs. They leave, and then they end up getting caught. Now, when they get caught, they only arrest Dr. Pershing, and then we see Elia step away from him and then like kind of walk in front of him type thing. Like, she's not in trouble. Like, she snitched on him that he was going to do this and do that. Evil, bro, evil. Like, I don't know what Shorty is really trying to do, but obviously she's not for the New Republic. She's not on the good side. She is definitely under a spy, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like a one of those 007 type situations. You know what I'm saying? Where you work for who you work for, but then you also end up working for the enemy in order to help out who you work for. You know what I'm saying? That type of situation, right? But yeah, she turns him in. They end up arresting him, bro. They hook him up to this machine called like a mind flare type thing. And at first they're gonna do it on a low dosage so he doesn't like get hurt and he doesn't forget everything. But as everybody leaves the facility, Elia, she stays there and she turns up the knob, which intensifies the mind flare, which is going to hurt him for one, and also probably make him forget a lot more than they had originally planned for him to forget, right? So yeah, she's evil, bro. She's evil, bro. Like, I don't trust her. I don't like her. No, no. Anyways, from there we pick up with Mando and Bo-Katan, and we find out that they went to the new Mandalorian outpost, right? And when they get there, they're greeted with all the other Mandalorians. Paz Vizsla comes out first and is like, "Look, like you guys aren't supposed to be here." Da 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 da. And Mando is explaining to him that I bathed in the showers of the living water in the mines, and so did Bo-Katan, and we're here, whatever. And Paz is like, "Nah, bro, like what I'm saying, nah. I don't believe you, because the place was cursed and all stuff like that." So Mando's like, "Look, I got proof." So he brings out the little vial that he had, that he filled up with the water from the living waters while he was in the mines. And so Paz is like, "Look, like, we're gonna let you in. We're gonna see what's up. Let's head to the armor. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna verify this." You know what I'm saying? They get in there. They verify it by the armor pouring some of the water into like this like bowl type thing, and it like turns a different color. And so automatically she's like, "Oh, he's telling the truth. He was there. He's bathed in the living waters, and he's accepted back." And Bo-Katan, you went there too, and you were in the waters too. You're accepted back. And so to Mando, this is nothing but good news. But the Bo-Katan, she doesn't really want to be part of the Mandalorian squad that they have going on. And she's like, "Look, I don't walk the way that you guys walk." And she's like, "Look, like you bathe in the waters, right?" Armor's like, asked Bo-Katan, like, "You bathe in the waters, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Have you took your helmet off since then?" And she's like, "No." She was like, "Well, this is the way. You're going to be able to stay here with us and help us out with whatever." I think she was talking about some type of mission or something like that. But she was like, "You can stay here, and whenever you want to leave, you can leave. And you can do whatever you want to. But for right now, you part of the Creed, baby." So everybody welcomes them in, and it's like, just welcoming in the family once again, and whatever new addition that they have with Bo-Katan, right? But that's basically the end of the episode. That's basically the whole premise of the episode. Three of my favorite scenes. It would definitely be the beginning fight, the air fight, when Mando. First of all, let's do it like this. First favorite scene is Mando jumping from Bo-Katan's ship mid-air, bro, to landing to his ship and piloting that to help her out. That's my first favorite scene. Second favorite scene would be the actual air fight that was taking place, where Mando and his Naboo ship, and Bo-Katan and her ship that she has. You know what I'm saying? They took out the TIE fighters, and that was just really dope to see. Like, it was really, really cool. I'm really digging these air fights, bro. And we've had quite a bit of air fights, like, since the beginning of season 3. So I'm really digging them, though. I'm really digging them. So that'll be my second favorite scene. So again, first favorite scene, Mando jumping from Bo-Katan's ship onto his. 2, second favorite scene, that whole air fight, bro. Second favorite scene. Third favorite scene, I guess I would have to say, Bo-Katan and Mando being, admitted back into the Creed. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like seeing both of them in there. And just the fact that, Shorty was like, I don't walk the way that you guys do. And Armor was like, "Look, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You did what you did, and you're part of the Creed right now. You can leave whenever you want to, but you're part of the Creed, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is." But that would be 3 of my favorite scenes. I will say this episode was kind of lackluster, just because of the fact that we were following Dr. Pershing around with Elia. I know this is going to definitely play into the storyline, this season and probably even to next season. But just that whole section where it was just about Dr. Pershing, it was so boring, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was so boring. And because of that, this episode will lose some points. Had it just been from the beginning like how it was to the end, how it was, and then they just had this the middle part, the same continuing story between Bo-Katan and Mando doing what they're doing, rather than splitting up the beginning part with Bo-Katan and Mando with their little story, and then the ending part with Bo-Katan and Mando, their ending story, and then the middle, this big chunk in the middle was Dr. Pershing, bro. I did not like that. So therefore, this episode is definitely watchable. You know what I'm saying? But this episode will take a hit, and I'm gonna give this episode a 6.5 out of 10. So definitely above average, definitely worth your time. If you're watching this season, then you're gonna watch the episode anyways. But just know that this is probably one of the weaker episodes out of the 3 that's been released so far. But let me know about that, what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. What's been your favorite episode thus far? Was this episode good to you, or was it boring? Would you rather continue the whole episode with Dr. Pershing, just the whole episode, or would you rather just continue the whole episode with Bo-Katan and Mando? Because I would have just loved the whole episode to be about Bo-Katan and Mando. Dr. Pershing stuff was it was super bland and pretty boring, bro. Like for sure. But yeah, man, that's basically it. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. All right. But 6.5 out of 10 for sure. All right. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.